Alright, Archdragon Peak, nice to see you. I was planning on going to other places first, honestly, but I have that big pool of souls, and I want to spend it, but I don't really want to throw it away. So I want to play through Archdragon Peak, because that's how I gain access to the big upgrade you can get. The thing that lets you buy, the ability to buy upgrade items for your store, is what I mean. So I need to go get my way to those ashes as fast as I can. Hello, Chunk. And if I get those ashes, we can go spend them. We can spend all of these souls on a whole bunch of upgrade items for my character, which would be nice. Oh yeah, there's items around here. Might as well make my way through. You're not sneaky. I can see you. There we go. Try not to give me a lock on, like that's gonna stop me. Oh man, he doesn't seem nice. Oh! Misjudged the timing there. Hoo-hoo-hoo! Gotcha. I got you, big guy. Took a hit. Didn't really mean to do that. Might take a rest at the bonfire. All things considered. But I want to grab the items here. Is my first goal. They're mostly duplicates and nonsense, but some of them are upgrade items, so they're worth grabbing while we're around here. What are you? Mace? That's a player, I guess. There's so few of them. I kind of thought there'd be more. And never mind. I just remembered what we're in for. Who wants to be the guy that gets summoned for that encounter, really? See, if I'm already thinking about resting, I might as well just go full out on mana use. There's no reason to conserve it. There we go, lightning clutch ring. So we'll be getting ready to fight the big Durgan. Hopefully I won't lose my souls, because I might die. I think I'm gonna try to fight it without using the plunging attack, just like how I did Yorm without using the Storm Ruler, as being the point of what I was trying to do there. But so I'm gonna rest real quick. The door is open, so now I can just run straight in. But I wanted to get it open and grab the items, and I lost an Estus flask in the process, and that's not a smart way to enter the boss fight. All right, goodbye, guys. Enjoy being stuck behind this. Oh, hello. There's suddenly more of you. Definitely don't want them coming in. I wouldn't want them to destroy the dragon for me. I don't know if if phantoms can plunging attack the dragon or not, but I wouldn't want to test it the hard way. Headshot! Ow! He headshot me right back. Nope. Oh, it hurts. It hurts on the everywhere. Ooh, he's nice. Nice and friendly, huh? Ow. Get out of there. Get out of there. Pain. I mean, he's low-ish already. That's not bad. Uh-oh. Well, I got the spell off at least. Ow. He's not happy I'm doing this. He gets right up close. Ow. Get out, get out. Heal, 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 heal. Quickly. Roll! Ow. Limited effectiveness is not even right now. Watch out. There we go. Hey, buddy. Just gonna hang out under you for a moment. This seems plenty effective, honestly. All things considered. Yeah, take that, dragon beer gut. Oh. Less than successful. Working on it. Oh, what you doing? Well, there we go. Who's a dead dragon? Oh wait, you're gonna teleport me, huh? Oh yeah. Weird! That means a spellcaster can skip this whole zone. How weird is that? That's a pretty big chunk of the entire dragon shrine, and you kind of skip it. I could go backwards if I really want to, but yeah. I might not bother. If it turns out that there's a +1 ring in there, I might go back for it, but honestly, that zone's not as interesting without the dragon shooting at you the whole time. Otherwise, it's just the same 2 enemies you're gonna see for the rest of the zone over and over again. So I'm not really in a hurry. Let's go ahead and rest real quick. There we go. Wanted to rest as fast as possible because I did not want to have somebody invade me. If somebody invaded me, I couldn't sit at the bonfire, and I would definitely want to have bonfire access. so I have my proper pool of flasks for this zone. Oh. Nope. 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 No more of that, please. Alright, I fully expect an invasion to happen, because it happened last time, like, really fast. I think people are actively invading in this zone. That guy doesn't seem to even see me yet. Nope. I can go grab a duplicate spear real quick, I guess. Look! He saw me. He saw me. He saw me. Get out of here. You dead? He is dead. Dark Spirit SC! Oh shit. Hello. Goodbye. No pity for invaders. None. They just... That's the thing. Go around a corner and just be ready to stomp them with all the crazy damaging tricks I have. Because someone who's fully prepared to fight a spellcaster has a distinct advantage, because generally spells are really evadable. But getting them by surprise, man, these are the most hilariously short invasions I've ever seen, and I love it. It's so amusing to me. This entire playthrough, the PvP invasions have been surprisingly amusing the entire time through. Specifically because of the fact that, like, they do not know what they're fucking with until it's too late. And the thing about gimmicks is that if you have a gimmick way of winning PvP in Dark Souls, it can succeed for a very long time. Specifically in this context, because of the fact that people don't re-invade you. Like, it's possible technically, but as a general rule, you don't tend to encounter the same people more than once. Like, I'll go invade again, and he'll just end up in— oh, shit. Ow. Dick! There we go. He'll go invade somebody right away, probably. But he'll just end up in a totally different game. And so, the fact that he fell for my trick once is enough, because he'll probably never show up here again. And I'm half expecting to say these sentences and have the sentence be punctuated by you being invaded by JC. And then he's like got like the super anti-magic, he's got the only existing item that reflects all spells directly back into you and turns them into homing spells that hate people with gray hair. Wow. Sorry, I'm just taken aback by the fact that I've been playing for like 5 minutes and I'm already this far. It's really weird skipping the entire first zone by killing the boss and getting that teleport. Oh, by the way, I've heard some stuff about this zone, or suggestions about what this zone might be, and I didn't take note at the time, and I think I had a good reason for not taking note originally. But now that I've heard it, it definitely feels noteworthy. The thing is, this zone has a clear sky, which is noteworthy. Because when you get to this point in the game, I didn't know this because I did this zone pretty early, originally. I did it without seeing— I don't think I saw any of this stuff that was going on with the sun when I first did this zone. But what's going on is that everywhere else in the world, the outside area is all eclipsy and like getting blood moony and gross, and the sun looks like the dark sign. But for me, in this zone, it's all clear and blue. And I think that no matter how far you play into the game, no matter when you come here, I think it's always really— wow, they died in one hit. I think this place stays clear and blue. Like, that's the sun right now. If I went to another zone right now, that part— wow, that dragon's right there. I don't think I've ever seen him up there before. I don't think I saw that he was waiting to ambush so obviously before. Because your average camera angle is going to be like this, so you pan up a little bit and it's like, hi! Hey, big guy. Care for spotty. So there's the big glowy sun, and there's the moon, and it's just all in the sky. And it's like no big deal. It looks normal. And the thing is, when you get to this zone, you get here by sitting down and doing the you sit down at the shrine, and you do your little stance, and you just sit there. Ow. Like, the fact that you get here by just sitting there. Ow. Dick. What the fuck is that hitbox? Okay, that's just dick move at some point. Okay, I'm just— Have I mentioned how much I like fighting dragons in this game? Because I don't like fighting dragons in any of these games. God damn it. Alright. Sorry, put all thoughts on pause for a moment while I stomp this guy, hopefully. Quick heal. God damn it. You are just actively the most annoying enemy. And try to stay in front of you a bit to avoid the stomping. Because your head is so much less dangerous than your toes. Quickly heal. Huh. Quickly. Spellcast. There we go, dick. That's the weird thing about Dark Souls dragons. Wow, that's a lot of upgrade items. The weird thing about Dark Souls dragons is that, like, they're known for fire, like dragons in general are, but the Dark Souls dragons, their most freaking dangerous asset is often their feet. Because their feet have these giant shockwaves and impossible hitboxes. Like, a few of those were just stomping me right dead center, but some of those were so far away that it's like, you're counting that as a hit, huh? But anyway, you get to the zone by sitting down and doing a little pose, and you're surrounded by other people that were doing that pose, and they seem to have died doing that pose, as if they did that forever, and just nothing ever happened. And when you come here, your head drops down, the screen fades to black, you get a loading screen, and then you hear dragons, like, roar. But you don't see anything happen, is the concerning thing. You don't physically get grabbed by, say, a gargoyle, or a crow, or an eagle, to give several examples of previous cases of this exact scenario, and how it's handled in the past. Alright, Rickard, come and get it. So the fact that you don't physically... Oh, it's Havel. I thought Rickard had to be here. Alright. He might give me some trouble, actually. Would you like to lower your shield? Please? Oh, man. This bodes poorly for me. He's doing a weird jig, which is odd. Oh, you shieldy bastard. This is gonna be interesting. I'm not really... His infallible shield. Oh my goodness, that's the damage he took past the shield when he wasn't even blocking? I'm not sure about this. I mean, the next bonfire's like right up there. I might just want to go for that. Yeah. He's gonna be the infinite damage sponge. And I've got 784 souls. I would like to grab this bonfire, at least light it at the very least. Hello. He's just off to have his own little adventure. Vash the Satan. What? Okay, sure. Why not? Why not? Alright, see you later, see you later, Havel. We'll find you at a different location later. When I'm ready for you. But yeah, this whole place is sunny, and you get here by sitting down, and you don't see yourself travel here. And given the fact that, like, this game does take stuff from Bloodborne just as much as it takes stuff from Dark Souls and Demon Souls and everything, because all of the From Software games combine into the all game at some point, it's not a crazy conclusion to think that this is all a dream. Not to say that it's meaningless. Soul of a Great Champion, nice. That is a bad guy. Damo Dulsworth. Huh. But anyone around here? But this could all be a dream, and that doesn't mean it's meaningless. That doesn't mean this is all pointless, because dreams have power in Souls games. Dreams are how you go through history, and you affect the past, and you fight great monsters. So it's not a crazy concept. It's explored in Dark Souls 2. It might be explored in Dark Souls 1. I'm blanking a little bit on whether or not that's the case. It's fun to try to figure out exactly what's going on when you travel to Ulasil in Dark Souls 1. It's to figure out what context makes that possible exactly. But yeah, this might not be might not be real. Or if it is real and exists, if this all is real, it might be like, say, a weird time travel moment, which is also not the craziest concept, because the prevailing theory right now, is that the untended graves are supposed to be some kind of... Oh, hello. People think the untended graves are time travel. They think that it's, that the untended graves take place in the past compared to the main game. which is a weird concept, of course, because it's just, you just walk behind a wall to get there. Like, what are you supposed to think about that exactly? That it's just like in Lothric Castle, you walk through a wall and you're there. So it might be that time itself is fractured. I'm mostly just, I'm saying a lot of bullshit right now. I'm aware of that. I'm just making shit up as I go along. But honestly, the more accredited lore people half the time seem to be making shit up as they go along just as much. They just have big audiences that legitimize their opinions. Because From Software intentionally is like, we're never going to tell you the truth about the story of these games. So good luck. They literally held a competition about who could do the best job at figuring out... Uh-oh. Lost my lock on. Like, they've had competitions about who could tell the best story of what the plot of Dark Souls is, where there was a prize and shit like that. Ow, shit. You're causing me troubles. Here we go. But one of the things that I'm thinking about right now, as a running thing, is that it might be that time itself is fractured. It might be that as things get more and more twisted and the flame keeps getting lit over and over again and all these experiments are happening all around us and we're trying to do this massive ritual, to me it doesn't seem totally crazy to think that maybe both time and space are ruptured and that locations can just have like these weird portals that take you into other locations and other times without even it being that obvious. Like, you don't need some giant Diablo portal or Oblivion gate to transfer you from place to place. It might just be that stuff's just mashed together in a way that doesn't make sense in some cases. Get out of here. Hell, you could even interpret that. If you run with that a little bit, you could even use that as an explanation for some of the shittier level design choices in Dark Souls 2, is the idea that it's so many generations and that maybe time and space is fractured and suddenly, like, it's a poison hill that's attached to a volcano kingdom. What the fuck? Obviously, that's basically cheating. That's me just being like, we'll just mash these things together so they make sense. But, oh, Havel's ring +1. There you go. Found the +1 ring. But yeah, it is kind of fun to experiment with concepts that would explain these weird elements. Because, yeah, it's weird. It's weird that the rest of the world has a crazy blood sky right now, and this one is pristine and happy. At the same time, this could all be an illusion. This could all be just absolutely an illusion. Don't I have the... Is there any reason for me to come up here? Do I already have... I do already have everything. Twinkling Dragon, everything. There's no reason for me to be up here. Alright, well, moving on with my life. I climbed the mountain. The important thing was to get the Dream Chaser's ashes. Let's go spend my nearly 1,000,000 souls before I get into something dangerous. But yeah, I enjoy playing around with some of these concepts. The other obvious solution you could throw at there is that Dark Souls 1, of course, already established the concept of illusions with Guinevere and Gwendolyn and everything and the Dark Moon. So it's conceivable that this entire place is an illusion of right now, and that I almost wonder if like the messed up version where it's all a storm is actually what this place looks like, and there's like a illusion of it being a pristine location that's being cast. And in order to fight the dragon, you have to disrupt the illusion for a moment. That maybe, like, oh man, that's some fun ideas to play around with. Because like the Nameless King is like this exiled knight. So what if he's hiding behind an illusion to isolate himself from a society that he doesn't have interest in taking part in anymore at this point? Like he could be having his sort of like self-made exile as a result of previous events, and maybe you have to disrupt his illusion long enough to fight him, because otherwise you can't even reach him properly. Although then you have questions like, how are you standing on this magical floating platform that you fight him on? Which, like, the idea that he's floating like that further supports the concept that, wow, I have 80 Twinkling Titanite. Wow, I'm actually about to max out my inventory, and then all I can do is hold the rest. I'll max out chunks next. There we go. Yep. Spend that inventory space. Get some freaking prism stones. There we go. There goes almost 1,000,000 souls. Since I'm not leveling up anymore for the sake of PvP meta, just to have people to play with. But yeah, at the end of the day, I have no fucking clue what's going on, basically, is the takeaway here. But it's fun to throw around ideas a little bit. I think that you could throw around ideas of there being an illusion or time travel, but the first thing that comes to mind that fits the most in my head is just the idea like, hey, this whole situation is some kind of dream, basically. And we could be using oh god. We could be using Bloodborne logic where dreams have power, but it could still be a dream. And what does it mean to be a dream in a Souls game? I don't know. I've played all of Bloodborne, and I don't really know what a lot of it means still, to be honest. Is that... Ow. Rude. Hey! Wow, okay. If I make another attempt, which is possible, because this guy seems like he'd be hard to kill, might just have to come back and do this again. Is he climbing up? Or did he leave? He left, okay. Might have to kill everybody next time, because I was not expecting that much damage to happen. Yeah, this being a dream makes the most sense to me, honestly. Because dreams have a weird power in their games where they could be a totally real location that just exists within a dream, and as if dreams are a different dimension or some nonsense. Which you know, fine, if that's the world you want to have. Hey, my one free hit. Now I get none of those. Take advantage. Pokey, 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 pokey. I mean, I could just keep shooting him. I'll have mana for a while. I'm flasking, aren't you gonna attack me? Isn't your AI just supposed to do something about that? Ooh, counterattack damage. Nice. Is he gonna try to... He's rocking up. That actually makes him easier to fight, because he's not using a shield now. Because his AI thinks he's safe without a shield when he's in rock mode. There we go. That counterattack was like half the fight. Finish him. Oh. Cha! Figured I'd kill him with the melee. There we go. Bye, Havel. Interesting that it makes sense that Havel's ring +1 would be here. It was weird that Havel's ring, his normal ring, was by that one demon. But I guess the idea is that that has something to do with Havel in general, because that stuff had Havel-related items everywhere. Where is his ring? I've got so many weird duplicates and strange items. I need to get rid of some of these duplicates in general. I genuinely forget what some of these even are. It doesn't matter. Increases equip load. Let's get our slab. Ta-da! I'll have to do my best to remember which slabs I've gotten so far. I wouldn't want to forget one. That would be a bummer. Get out of here. Oh, right, you're here. Bye. Okay, we've got the Havel slab. Next up is the boss slab. I'll go ahead and just ignore this 11,000 souls. It's not a big deal. No big deal. It's just the life savings of Havel the Rock. No one cares about him. They left him in a tower. Let's take a seat. And let's go make a mess of this place. Temporarily, hopefully. I don't know how tough this boss is going to be. I imagine the dragon will be easy with spells. I'm a little worried about the Nameless King himself. But I've said that a few times now, and it hasn't been that big of a deal. Alright, here we go. One of the last really big hurdles, probably, of my Spellcaster playthrough. It'll come down to this guy, probably princes, I would say. Princes could be tough. And then, of course, there's, who are these guys? Yeah, none of these are names. It'll come down to these guys. Princes could be tough because of the teleporting. And Lord of Cinder, could be tough in general. Although I think I often benefited from keeping my distance from Lord of Cinder, so that one's going to come down a lot to what his, damage resistances are. For specifically with sorceries. Alright, so I'm predicting the dragon will be easy, because I just need to shoot him in his head. And avoid attacks that I've gotten pretty used to avoiding at this point, although I'm a few weeks out of practice now. Nameless King himself will be interesting. I don't know how well that'll go. Durgan! I love you, Durgan. This is just such a cool boss, no matter what. Oh! That was ineffective. Alright. Oh, goodness me. That damage is no joke, huh? Are you going into... Oh, here comes the spellcasting. And then the dash. There we go. Aha! Aha! Oh, my timing was off. We're almost there, though. Ow. Pain is mine. I should really heal. Ow, I took another hit. Line of sight's a little tough there. Alright. Aha! Alright, I'm way too low on heals. I'm probably gonna have to do this again, because I'm too low on heals already. So I'm gonna want to substitute some of these Ashen Flasks for regular ones, I think. Because I think I probably won't need that many spellcasts to get through the fight. But I'm gonna need some heals. Although I'm sure I can... On subsequent attempts, I'm sure I can probably get through the dragon part without getting hit so many times. That was me being sloppy. Yeah. Yeah. Everything about this scenario feels like a dream sequence, honestly. I'm flying in the clouds, fighting a guy that has a skull for a face on top of a dragon that has feathers for some reason. And he looks a whole lot like various bad guys from previous games. Makes you just all the more concerned about who he is. There's some damage. Hey, buddy. Don't mind me. Just keeping some distance over here. I've just got personal space issues. I'm sure you understand. He's half dead already. Nope, 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 nope. Oh! Lightning powers. Lightning powers. Alright, just gonna hit you a few more times, if you don't mind. Ow. He's dead already, isn't he? Oh, no. Oh, man. Alright, yeah, that's the Nameless King. He is... yeah. Much like the dancer, he is a melee boss. Meant to challenge melee characters. He doesn't even chase me! He's such a fast character that he can dash around so fast he practically teleports. But he didn't even chase me. He just slowly walked towards me, being all menacing and theatrical and shit. Because you're supposed to go after him as a melee character. You're supposed to charge at him, and then he's supposed to counter you with all these swift attacks, and you're dodging around and getting overwhelmed by how much he can cover the screen and everything. But as a caster, it's like the AI is not even programmed. It's weird. It's so weird. Like, this is a good highlight of the fact that, like, I largely will play a spellcaster for just for the exclusive purpose of, like, it's just curiosity. Like, I'm just curious how the game will pan out if I play through it as a spellcaster. But I will say that, in general, these spellcasting playthroughs are not what I love about Dark Souls. Because I love Dark Souls. This is probably, at this point, this is probably my favorite video game franchise. But despite how fine-tuned so much of Souls games are for so much of their duration, I think that everything they do involving spellcasting in particular is just a weird misstep. Like, you generally can't play a good spellcaster character a lot of the time because you can't get any of the spells that make them work properly until you're like halfway through the game. In this game in particular, it's known for the fact that you have to hit like 50 to 60 of a stat in many cases to even make it scale properly. Like, they have a weird reverse scaling ramp that messes with all of this, and it's really odd design decisions. So they make it as hard as possible to be a spellcaster for a big chunk of the game, and then they just cave in later. Sometimes I kind of feel like they have these mechanics in the game just because they feel like they have to at some point, because they were in there at the beginning. But all the way back in the very first, like, just ignoring the fact that I'm in New Game Plus and have every spell, and I was able to carefully choose my build and everything, just going back to, like, Demon's Souls, the very first game of this type. And I have a playthrough on this channel as a spellcaster, just like this one. And just like that, I'm using, like, homing soul mass like this and stuff like that. And guess what? My spellcaster playthrough of Demon's Souls is hilarious, because so many things get obliterated by the most basic spells without any particular, like, grinding or anything. It's just a weird surprise that, like, the games are really oddly balanced. Like, so many elements of the game are so well made, but the spellcasting is like a weird, like... It's almost like they just don't balance it. Like they put it in there to make it exist for a storytelling perspective, because they want to have it be part of the lore, and they prioritize that lore over literally everything else. It seems, or at least that's my interpretation so far. Is that I think that they are like, we want the lore, we want this for lore reasons, so it's going to exist, and it's going to be in, and all these spells are going to be in these locations and be given to you by these books, by these NPCs. Because the NPCs and the books and the spells all have things to say about the world and the story and the setting and continuity and all these different elements of the game. And it feels like that's 100% of the reason why every item shows up when and where it does. And there's just no other... It feels like there's no other real reasons behind any of it, which is odd. And it's not a crazy concept, because these games love to just throw stuff all over the place and do whatever they feel like, but it's definitely odd. Because all the weapons feel relatively carefully balanced for gameplay reasons, and the spells just don't. Anyway, we're going off to the Pontiff area again. Not for PvP reasons, although I might get invaded, we'll see how that goes. But I just remembered I never took out the Sulyvahn beasts, and I wanted to see if I could stagger them to show you guys what I was talking about before. We'll see. Here we go. No invasion yet, but it could still come. So one way or another, my goal here is to try to stagger these guys and see how well we can get that to happen. They might die too fast, it's hard to say. There's one aggro. So I'll see what I can do. I'll see if the soul mass helps. Unfortunately, none of them respawn, so I only get a few chances to experiment with this stuff. Ow. Shit, there's some damage. Oop. Oh, I'm gonna die now. Crap. They're no joke, huh? There we go. Oh. Bummer. Pretty sure I heard the stagger sound, but then he died. Alright, let's avoid soul mass and try just using soul spear on this one and spam it a little bit and see if that staggers him. My goal is to stagger. Nope, that was a miss. Whoa. Surprise. There we go. I missed it. Sorry, I forgot a little bit. It's not an easy setup to do. Alright. When I saw that he staggered, I kinda hesitated a moment, and then I remembered I have to actually stab him. He was so low on health, I don't think it was gonna work anyway. Even with my shitty candle, he was probably gonna die from it. But hey, if you can stagger a Sulyvahn beast, give it a go. Try to stagger him and then do the stab where you do the full animation and everything, and you'll do a bunch of damage, he'll fall over, and then just don't follow up. Because normally when you knock somebody on their ass like that, you're like, I'm gonna beat the crap out of him. But don't attack him. And just see what happens. The animation is interesting, and actually, you could just sit there and watch. It's actually pretty harmless. And it is just the weirdest thing. It has all sorts of implications about what's going on here. Alright, so I'm going to probably cut the episode here. So I think I'm just going to go into what happens. So yeah, if you want to find out for yourself, stop watching right now. This should be the end of the episode, I think. But I'm going to explain what happens. So, when you do the full, like, weird riposte animation or whatever you want to call it on a Sulyvahn beast, they collapse on their back. And then they just lay on their back. And they don't get back up. And their arms reach up. And they cross their fingers. And they're clearly praying, like, up to the sky or something. And it's like maybe they're praying for strength, or praying for you to end it, or praying for who knows, any number of things. But the implication of that animation seems to be that if they're praying, they're still sentient creatures. And that makes sense, because as we've seen with Sulyvahn, the Pontiff gives people these rings. And then once they have these rings, they're all these powerful warriors that do his bidding. But they also, once they're these warriors, they slowly devolve into monsters. And that's how you have the Boreal Valley Knights that are all over the game, and you get Vort with these weird hybrid characters that they're wearing knight's armor, they're using a knight's weapon, but they're crawling on all fours like a lunatic and lunging at you, and you're not quite sure what to make of that. And my current, like what I think of that right now is that I think that even when they go full, I think characters like Vort will eventually become like the Sulyvahn beast on the bridge. Like they'll go even further into going crazy. They'll no clothes. They don't resemble humans of any kind anymore. They're just weird nightmare crocodile dog things. But they used to be. I think that the Sulyvahn beast used to also be Knights of the Boreal Valley, and that's just their final stage. And despite how far gone they are, I think they still maintain some hint of sentience. To the point where they will actually, when they feel utterly defeated, they still think about, like, they seem to be, like, reflecting on death and praying to their belief system and things like that, because they still will do a praying gesture, even in that state, which is crazy and creepy. See you guys next time.